What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I came across this crazy story. Now, I don't know if I told you guys, but I am not the bravest flyer. Meaning, like, I have a little bit of fear of flying. But when I saw this headline, I was just like, excuse me? So, apparently, Asiana Airlines passenger arrested for opening plane door during South Korea flight. Are you kidding? I'll leave the link to the article in my description box, but we are going to go ahead and get into this article. So it says here, a man has been arrested for opening a door of an Asiana Airlines flight as it was landing in South Korea. Let me tell you something. I'm sitting next to you and you let me save my commentary. It says all 194 passengers survived the flight, which landed safely but with its door still open at Daegu International Airport on Friday. Some passengers fainted while others had breathing problems and were taken to a hospital, local media reported. The man in his 30s said he was feeling suffocated and wanted to get off quickly. Yonhap News Agency reported. Police said the man claimed during questioning that he was stressed after losing his job, according to the report. He is mentally struggling right now and losing his footing. We could not investigate him properly due to his state, a local police officer told reporters, adding that the man could not be asked any questions as he was not in a normal state. Flight says here, OZ8124, an Airbus A321-200 jet, had taken off from Jeju Island on Friday about 11:45 local time. As it was landing about an hour later, a male passenger opened the emergency door while the plane was still 250, meters from the ground. Yeah. Oh my God. First of all, let me tell you something. If I'm sitting next to you and you open up the door to a flight, mid-flight, mid-air, look, now, no, I don't know what I would have done. It says a passenger's video shared on social media shows the gap in the left-hand side of the plane and winds buffeting rows of seated passengers. Flight attendants had not been able to stop him because the plane was about to land. Witnesses recounted to local media. They said the man had also tried to jump out of the plane after opening the door. Passengers have described the panic on board. It was chaos with people close to the door appearing to faint one by one and flight attendants calling out for doctors on board through broadcasting. One 44-year-old passenger told Yonhap, "I thought the plane was blowing up. I thought I was going to die like this," he added. Several school-aged children had also been on board on their way to a weekend sporting event. The mother of one of the students told Yonhap the children were shaking, crying, and frightened. And that is the end of the article. Well, I can imagine, I'm sure everyone else within their right was scared and fainting and not knowing why the door was open while they were in mid-air. First of all, here's my thing. Now, it says here that the man was mentally unstable, losing his job. Where was he flying to? Number one. Why was he flying? And this is a touchy situation because you can't really, if he's mentally unstable to the point where he cannot be questioned by authorities, It's going to take some time to understand why he was even on a flight. Why did he feel like he was, you know, he wanted to hurry up and get off the plane? Like, why were you on a plane if you felt like you couldn't go through with it? Why were you on that flight and then felt like you had to get off because you felt like you were suffocating and you just wanted to hurry up and get off the plane? Like, if you knew that you were going through these emotions, I personally would have not gone anywhere. I personally would have probably stayed home and just tried to deal with what I was feeling at the moment. Everyone deals with their stuff differently. This man lost his job. Maybe he's been there for a very long time. Maybe it was unexpected. Maybe he's got a family. He doesn't know what's going to happen. I mean, for wherever he's from, we don't know what his living is like. We don't know anything about this man. We don't even know why he did it. I would have been reacting exactly like the rest of the passengers. I would have been frantic. I would have been asking questions like, what's going on? Is the plane going down? Like, why is the door open? You know, there's a lot of chaos going on in that plane, to the point where the stewardess didn't even know what was going on. The plane was open and they couldn't even help because they were on their way to landing. I'm glad that everyone landed safely. Nobody was hurt, but the man was arrested. They definitely need to take care of this man. They need to get him the help that he needs. Whether he was going home or leaving from home, who knows? But they definitely need to get this man some help. He is clearly in a very bad state. From what he can answer, he answered that he lost his job and he was distressed and he was feeling suffocated and wanted to get off quickly. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is a wild story. Like, see, and it's one of those things where we need to find out where he was traveling to and why he was traveling. Because if you were on your right mind to book a flight to get to a certain destination, you knew you were going to get on that flight. You knew it was going to take a certain amount of time before you got there. So there was no getting off the plane. It wasn't like you were in a car and you could just pull over and stop. So the fact that you felt like you were suffocating, it sounds to me like if he was in distress, maybe he was going through anxiety. Maybe he was having a panic attack. Because when you are in distress and you are stressed out like that, that can happen. You give yourself anxiety. You have this feeling of fight or flight. You can't breathe. And so I get it. He should have asked for help. He should have called over to the stewardess, not opened the door to the plane. That was just not the wise thing to do. But anyway, this is wild. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you heard this story. Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, this is wild. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!